And now you've got the next matchup. You've got Bo Nickal versus Donovan Beard, the final fight of Dana White's Contender Series 2022, week number 10. Bo Nickal, he should have been given a title, not a title. He should have been given a contract to the UFC after he beat Zach Borrego, but the UFC said he wasn't experienced enough, and then wanted him to fight, even though they had Danielle Wolf, who made her debut on Dana White's Contender Series, and they signed her. So anyway, they've used Bo Nickal again to headline a card. I would say to probably just get more people talking about Dana White's Contender Series. And I think this is a good fight, and I think it's a very logical step up in competition. I think it makes sense. And I like Donovan Beard, man. Donovan Beard's a great guy. He follows me on Instagram. We've had a pretty good chat. We talked about rugby and just all this sort of other stuff. It was pretty awesome. But I do have Bo Nickal in the matchup, and the reason why is, as good as Donovan Beard is, and Donovan Beard does have KO power on the feet, and he is a pretty good submission threat as well. In his last 2 wins over Tracy Hardy and Miles Lee, he was taken down very early on into the fight. But that Miles Lee win is a really good win. Miles Lee is actually a really good prospect, and I believe he's bounced back with a win since then. And if he hasn't, he had a really good win streak going into that fight, including the amateur rankings, I guess you would call them. But Bo Nickal's the pick. I think he's going to use his wrestling. I think he's going to get a takedown on Donovan Beard and probably do his thing. But I think that Donovan Beard's going to make it competitive for a bit. I think we're going to see the fight leave the first round, which is going to be very interesting to see how Bo Nickal deals with any adversity or anything coming his way. Yeah, that's right. He was undefeated. He has a win over Cedric Dumas, who's a UFC fighter right now. That's a really good win for Donovan Beard to have on his record, but he was getting taken down by Miles Lee, which isn't what you want to see when you're fighting Bo Nickal. You know what I mean? When I'm looking at this and I'm seeing Donovan Beard get taken down by lesser wrestlers, it's a tough one, man. I really do like Donovan Beard. I think he's a great person, but I've got to pick Bo Nickal in the matchup. I think that he's going to use his wrestling to find a win. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting, man. Donovan Beard's definitely not getting enough respect for what he's done on the regional scene. He's got a good record, 7-1. He's fought good guys. He's the Cage Fury champion. Yeah, he's the Cage Fury champion. He won that over Miles Lee. We'll see what happens. I think Bo Nickal is going to get a contract off this one here, and we'll see maybe Bo Nickal go on a really good win streak. But I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good logical step up in competition. Bo Nickal debuted against another guy making the debut, and then he fought Zach Borrego, who was 3-0, and now he's fighting Donovan Beard, who is 7-1, and has fought pretty good competition himself. So I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to be picking Bo Nickal to win though.